Yo. We know we've been out of the loop due to business. Took months getting company shit set up for summer, and that's the sacrifice it takes to launch shit. Good news is the free time's clearing up to start kicking it on boxing. But before getting shit poppin' again, and annoying the shit out of motherfuckers, there's a coupler foundation videos we need to drop since it's been a minute. So all know where we stand. And first and foremost, we've gotta show our respects to 68 Triumphant. Now he said we'd respond to 68 a few weeks back. We'll get into that in a minute. But this here's about a video 68 dropped on our Ollie video. We're leaving a link to that video. Though knowing 68 it may not be up. He does videos like he's releasing a motion picture. However, you better catch it when it's in the flicks since it sure the fuck ain't coming a DVD. But to 68. Yo. That video we seriously appreciated. Because 68 ain't gonna drop it if he don't mean it. And very few, if any, woulda fucking done that. And the players don't forget. So much respect and appreciation to 68 for that. Now, to get into what we talked about responding to a few weeks back during our ride. We told y'all we may be late on this due to taking care of business. But more so than that, there was no rush on this particular one because the issue's timeless. This ain't chopping it up on a post-fight, and what we're saying always applies when it comes to the players. Every time, every week, every month, every year to the last breath. This way 68 and everyone knows where we stand, because there ain't no flip-flop shit with the players. You can go in our archives and we rock it the same from beginning to end. So to 68. This ain't no shit where a week or two down the line we're gonna be singing another tune. Now for those who don't know. 68 and Jeff Cotto had some beef recently. We couldn't catch everything going on in a YTBC. Or whatever y'all call it these days. We'll be speaking on that too. But we caught the Jeff Cotto 68 battle. And the only thing we could do's shake our heads listening to that shit. And to be honest, we was seriously disappointed in both. I mean, if y'all was gonna do that, the least y'all coulda done was send us a private message telling us. Because the shit was fucking hilarious. Like pay-per-view shit. We knew Jeff had a sense of humor but had no idea 68 could literally do stand-up.
Jay Cotto told him a lot of shit though. Man, oh, here we go. Here we go, Jay Cotto. Jay Cotto said shit. So what? He wanna make a stand at YTBC. Don't mean shit. Racism's all around. Shit. Fuck whites, fuck blacks. Matter of fact, no, the blacks is on the top. Triumph, they told him shit. How do you think I learned? I learned a lot of shit about 68 Triumph. Shit. He knows a lot about boxing. Matter of fact, he knows about boxing. He knows who's telling boxing or not. I know, man. I never heard him say anything about boxing. Man, fuck you.
Hi guys. Hello fight fans. This is me again, Jay Cotto. You say tomato, I say tomato. Just tell the truth about Al Heyman. Just tell the truth about Triple G being the greatest thing that ever happened to boxing. Because some black man is getting another black man paid. That's okay, right? Yeah, that's okay, right? Well, it's not okay. That's not boxing. Boxing used to be about people getting ripped the fuck off. That's what boxing's supposed to be about.
Yo. If that shit wasn't hilarious then what the fuck is? Anna 68. You've said you don't always dig channels rockin' clips. But we had a with that one. The shit was bent over stomach holding funny. Y'all put on a damn good show. Now we know a lot of Jeff's crowd have an issue with 68 so the shit may not have been funny to him, but we rocks with both of these guys and don't take that shit seriously. I mean they're two free grown men we respect, we kick it with both sides and it's for 'em to settle. Both done shit we've appreciated and won't forget. And when we stand like that, we could give two shits who doesn't like a motherfucker. We said this in a response video to Ghetto and we'll say it again. We're cool with lots of motherfuckers who've got beefs. We see a lot of the that side stuff going on. If anyone don't like us kicking it with Jeff or 68 we could give two shits. 68 could wake up tomorrow and make a video saying he hates our fucking guts. We just laugh and say 68's mad at us. We see both as our brothers no matter how they see it. We could give two shits. And yes, we know we ain't always gonna agree. We'll probably annoy 68 within our next coupler videos. So what? We stand the same. That's for those we roll with to know. Now Jeff had a series called Brosco Annis 45, which 68 wasn't too fond of. Basically from what we gather. He felt it was crap. Garbage. Suck butt. A bag of shit. Dirty bath water. Belonged in a fucking toilet. Did we say crap? And within this beef process between 68 and Jeff, 68 did a video saying he knows we're Puerto Rican. Because we said we liked one of Jeff's Brosco Anna's 45 videos. By the way, that Vietnamese shit was hilarious. Most of y'all know nothing of what we're talking about with that one. But anyway. No. 68 wasn't dissing being Puerto Rican. But it's true that the culture has a loyalty to their kind. Where we're from anyway. Which we quite admire. Not to mention the fact their women are fucking hot. No joke. Like walking through little Puerto Rico, I gotta make a double take every block I go down. Really. Like I gotta look at that girl again. But get back to the issue. We gather 68 was saying we must be Puerto Rican, showing loyalty to a fellow Puerto Rican to be saying such crap as Jeff's works good. Here's the first thing, 68. Only one of our crew could be considered Puerto Rican. And if you ask him what he is, he'll say black. We're talking over the top proud black. And we're talking race now. Not nationality. And he doesn't do videos or comment on YouTube. So that's not why we like Brosco. Not to mention we got a ride section currently with 13 channels in it. Who been there long before you made that video? And at least 9 of them are black. Not to mention you been in there too. For over a year. And you ain't Puerto Rican. Everyone in there's done honorable shit. And we don't forget. Not because of race. Just so happens most are black and we don't give a shit who don't like it. If they're the truth, we're riding with them until we die. Blood and guts, no joke. And yes. We love the Puerto Rican culture. Sexy just did a shoot for the Puerto Rican Day Parade and we're there every year, shaking and boogieing and waving Puerto Rican flags while catching kisses and taking numbers. We fucking love that shit. Though we won't lie. Their women have a lot to do with us being there yearly. Now we all have eyes. But ultimately we see with our minds. Everyone sees with their minds. Take this guy. Someone's looking at this picture right this very moment. And they see a total piece of shit. Some see a runner. Some see a defensive whiz. Some see a ducker. Some see a guy who only fought champions. Some see an ignorant fool who ain't worthy of the top 50. Some see the smartest, best ever and a total inspiration. Ultimately each individual seeing with their own state of mind. We see with the player's state of mind. The same way many can all be looking at this guy and seeing something different, we see differently than most. Our minds are wired that way. So to give you an idea of what we see. Take a look at this. Now take a look at this. That's how it started. Here's how it ended up. Now some people see this. When they see this. And some see this. When they see this. Some see potential. The gold in things. And we tend to see the potential. So us liking Jeff Cotto's Brosco had nothing to do with being Puerto Rican or pissing on no one's head saying it's raining. We'd have to go in a studio with Jeff or get some Hollywood funding and co-produce Brosco together for you to know what we saw. Only then could you judge it when it comes to us. You might still think it sucks. Or you might actually like it. One thing we know. You'll tell the truth. Others perhaps you're right about. But we have nothing to do with others. None of us are finished products. So we know how you saw. We get it. But we see possibilities and room for improvement for all of us. It's how our minds operate. But we bullshit no one. We're serious about how we see. We got a extra eye. Same goes for you 68. A lot of people saw you and just saw some guy who makes annoying response videos about motherfuckers. Sometimes while being in his kitchen. And the same thing you thought about our views on Roscoe. Well, a lot of people in a community felt the same way about you. Some still do. Some see us that way too. Until we're bigging up their favorite fighter. Fuck 'em. But when it comes to you 68. In their minds they just saw some annoying guy. Well, that's not what the fuck we saw. Hundreds, maybe thousands saw your videos and didn't see what we saw. We saw someone who could be the richest motherfucker in the YTBC. And we still see a guy who could smash any amount of subscribers the biggest channels in the community have. And we ain't talking about boxing. Not everyone likes boxing. But yo. Everybody. And I mean everybody. Fucking eats. I mean when a guy can make us hungry when we ain't even thinking about food. That's some serious skilled power. You talkin' boxing and we suddenly wanna eat. Personally. If we owned a network, we'd send you a goddamn plane ticket and a fucking contract to see if you'll negotiate. Set up 10 cameras and a kitchen and get the fuck down to business. We'd be writing you a fucking theme track. You got a massive audience beyond millions who just don't know you exist yet. Perhaps it ain't your thing. That's cool. You doing what makes you happy's all that matters in the end. We're just saying we didn't see what everyone else saw with you too. And we're fucking serious. Not to mention we actually listen to your boxing views. And no. We never say the stuff to just anyone. Only potential gold. Our minds are wired to see things the way they could be when it comes to that. Not the way they are. Everything people are experiencing's nothing more than someone's once upon a time dream. From your video to this video to the very screen you're looking at now to even the underwear you rock. And those with the relentless drive to act upon it can make it a reality. Someone obviously did. So when we listened to Brosco we actually liked what we heard. Now we understand you're expecting a more complete refined product. But we listen for possibilities, so we're listening thinking of how this or that can be polished up. Get those tracks timing and sound effects right. Some things have little potential. Brosco's got plenty. For us anyway. So we ain't pissing on no one's head whether you buy it or not. And we totally get you and Jeff don't get along and you stood your ground. That we respect. But we see possibilities most won't see because creating and producing's our thing. And we've seen it with you 68. We've seen you go from a guy just turning the camera on and shutting it off, to a guy who said he wanted to get into editing. Blood even dropped you a video on it. Next thing we know, your videos were getting better and better fast. Suddenly they became shit that could be on some fucking network. Tell us we're wrong. Like we was fucking impressed. We've witnessed it with our own eyes. And we'll all continue getting better. Take Coach 68. We never say the coach's name because he does boxing videos and he's becoming popular. So all of a sudden we know him. We saw and had him in a ride section before he even dropped one. And see a lot more about Weary's going motherfuckers don't. That stuff's up to the coach if he wants to make it reality. But it's the same principle so we ain't pissing on heads with this stuff. We see souls and support real potential. And for a few reasons bigger than we'll even mention. Whether it's graphics editing musical talent or a guy with a black screen with the knowledge and gift of gab. In our minds you're all artists to us. Creators who mold words to get their views across. And with that said, we still haven't mentioned the ultimate reason we roll this way. That one even involves little 68. But since this video's long enough we'll cut it here. But we bullshit no one. In spite of how it appears to your eyes. We see possibilities and it's no game with us when we say we rocks with the players for a reason. And that's where we stand so. Respect to you 68. The video you dropped was seriously appreciated. And let little 68 know we said what's up. And until our next one. Peace. We're out.